What's up guys, my name is Ace, and a lot of you guys have been asking me what my thoughts and opinions are on Black Ops 3 so far from the beta that we've had. So I wanted to basically share what I love about it, what I hate about it, and then some little things that I would change. Now, since I've got a lot of this to cover, I'm actually going to split it up into 3 separate videos. So I'm going to first talk about what I love about it, that's going to be today's video. And then actually later today I might have the what I hate about it or what I think needs to be changed video. And then probably tomorrow is going to be the little things that I would either add or change or remove or whatever it might be. So what do I love about Black Ops 3 so far? Well, the first thing that I really love, and this might sound a little bit weird, it feels like a Black Ops game. This is a big thing to me. I really enjoy Black Ops games. I really enjoy Black Ops 1, and I really enjoy Black Ops 2. And this has that same sort of feel, and this is pretty much what I expected, but I was still a little bit nervous with the new movement. Speaking of which, I also love the new movement. It's not so crazy like Advanced Warfare where you can jump around like crazy and you can get from point A to point B almost instantly, and you can jump in the air and then dash sideways in a gunfight several times, and it's just completely chaotic in Advanced Warfare. With this, it still feels like Call of Duty. There's still map control. Map control still exists because you can't just get from one side of the map to the other nearly instantly unless you have Overdrive, which is a specialist ability. But it still adds some nice variety of movement. It changes it up enough from the old school Call of Duties that I think it's going to be a nice addition. The wall running feels great. It's something that isn't required, but it's something that you can do. It just provides you with an option. And it's not something that I feel is like overpowered, like if somebody's wall running, he's impossible to counter or something like that. I think it's balanced very nicely. I also like the thrust jump. It's nice because you can't just jump around like crazy in like you can in Advanced Warfare, but you do have that option to jump up to a second story window or something along those lines. And again, it just provides options without being ridiculously chaotic. As for something that I'm actually a little bit surprised that I really like right now, this could wear off, this could just be sort of my initial impressions, but keep in mind I have had about 30 hours of gameplay time. I know I have absolutely no life. Give me a break. The thing I'm a little bit surprised that I like is the specialist balance. I'm actually very impressed with the specialist balance. There's a few things that could maybe use a little bit of tweaks, and this is what I'm going to be talking about in my more critical commentary, which is going to be coming later. But overall, I think the specialists are nicely balanced. I thought I was going to be extremely frustrated every time I got killed by an Annihilator, or by the Sparrow, or by the Tempest. In reality, when it happens to me, it's just like, okay, yeah, he had a specialist, he got his turn, he got me, okay, that kind of sucks, but move on. He won the gunfight. I still had a great chance of killing them because I can kill them so quickly, and it actually gives you a nice little rush when you do shut down a specialist character. When you see they have that Annihilator out, and they miss their shot, and you hit yours, that feels great. It's like, yes, I shut them down, take that enemy, I got you, or something like that. And also on the other end of that, using the specialist, it actually feels like something that does take some form of skill. I was a little bit worried that it would just be like super spammy and it would just be easy kills every single time, and it's not necessarily easy kills. It's definitely better than just having a primary weapon out, but it's not so ridiculously easy that you feel like a god when you have your Annihilator pistol out, or your Tempest, or whatever it might be. You just feel like you have that nice leg up going into your gunfights. Another thing that I really like so far is that a lot of the score streaks are actually powerful and useful. Now, there's definitely some that are going to need a little bit of a nerf, or actually, okay, there's one that needs a bit of a nerf, but we're going to talk about that in the critical commentary. We're just talking about the positives right now. And a couple of the higher ones could definitely use a bit of a buff based on my experience. But overall, it's nice that you actually feel rewarded when you earn the streaks. So when I earn a Hellstorm missile, it's not like extremely easy to earn. It's not like some noob can play his first game and suddenly be earning Hellstorm missiles all game. It does take a little bit of skill, and it does reward you with it. You actually usually get, well, at least 1 kill, but a lot of times you get 2, 3, or sometimes even 4 or 5 kills with it, which is awesome. I feel like it's balanced very nicely. It's easy enough to avoid. There's some counterplay to it. You hear that an enemy Hellstorm missile is coming in. All you have to do is find cover. It's nice and easy. If you don't, then too bad, you get caught off guard. I think a lot of the streaks are balanced very nicely. Speaking of balance, Gun balance. It's actually very impressive. I'm very impressed with the gun balance. I'm actually really excited to see that variants aren't returning. We already kind of knew that variants weren't returning, but I'm excited to see that just because in my mind it's a lot easier to keep things balanced when you don't have 100 guns in the game or whatever, however many guns are in Advanced Warfare. It's nice to see balance again. Now, having said that, of course, there's a couple things that could be tweaked and a couple things that will be tweaked. It's actually been confirmed by Treyarch, but again, I'm going to get into that in my more critical commentary. Overall, I love the gun balance so far. Another thing to mention with balance is the perk balance. Something I really like about the perks in Black Ops 3 is that none of the perks, as far as I can tell so far, none of the perks are crutch perks. It's not like you are forced to use any of these perks to be successful. I could have a loadout with no perks on it, and sure, there'd be some situations where maybe I'm not as comfortable as if I would have a perk in it, but I don't feel as if they are necessary. Some of the perks that do stand out a little bit for me are Flak Jacket, because grenades are really powerful, so it's definitely something useful, but with the new movement you can also avoid nades, sometimes relatively easily, but if the enemy cooks the nade, then you're pretty much done for. But yeah, there are some perks that are more useful than others, but there's none there where it feels like if I don't have that perk, I'm at a severe disadvantage against my enemies, and I really like that kind of design. It makes it feel as if there's a lot more freedom with the classes. The next feature that I'm really excited to get into when the full game launches is Paint Shop. Now, the reason I say I'm excited to get into it when the full game launches is I don't want to spend a bunch of my time right now building some really intricate paint job for my gun when this is just the beta, and at the end of the beta it's going to be gone anyways. It's not like it's going to carry over to your regular account. At least I don't think it will. I'm pretty sure it won't. And I don't want to spend a ton of time on that, but I did play around with it, dabble with it a little bit, and I see the possibilities with it. It looks like it's going to be something that it could be like its own little mini game in itself. Like you could probably go on there and spend hours just working on a paint shop, working on a paint job in the paint shop. And I think that's pretty cool. It's not something you need to do, but it's something that offers some creativity, and it's something that you can do if you would like to do. So I'm definitely excited for that. A really minor thing, well, it's major for me, but it's a pretty small addition to the game, is actual ping numbers. Now for me, I have a NetDuma router now, so I can actually see my ping to the server and everything like that. So it's not a huge deal for me, but I'm really happy that they finally implemented this. For those of you that don't know, if you just press start in the middle of the game, it'll actually show you your real ping number. And this ping number is accurate. I compared it with my NetDuma, and in real time, it's exactly what my NetDuma is saying. So these ping numbers are definitely accurate, and I'm really, really happy that this is there. That way you can join a game, and if you suspect there's some kind of severe lag going on, instead of going and looking, it's like, oh, I have a 3 bar, so it can't be that bad. You can look and see, holy crap, okay, I have like 175 millisecond ping to this server. That's not very good, and that actually does explain why I'm losing all these gunfights, and it feels as though it's unfair. I like that design in the game. Now, one last thing I'm going to talk about in today's commentary is something that I was also a little bit surprised about, and that is the water actually plays great in this game. I was very surprised by this. I thought the water was going to be a really gimmicky sort of thing where you could like swim underwater and shoot people underwater, and I thought it would be kind of clunky and just weird and basically just something they added for the sake of making an awesome trailer at the beginning of the game. But I really like how the water plays out on the map Hunted. Now, it's not so useful on the map Evac. There's that one little area underwater by B. That seems kind of useless to me, to be honest. I'm interested to see what they're going to have for water elements in other maps in the game once the full game launches. But I was pleasantly surprised with the water elements in Hunted. You can actually use it to be like a sneaky ninja type. You can sneak inside that building underneath there. There's a hardpoint location in there, or it's just a great way to flank people there. It really supports the stealthy playstyle, and I love that. It gives more options with the map. Instead of just having 3 lanes where you have to fight your way through, now if you can get into that water, you can be that ninja, you can get on their flank, and you can try and kill them. And at the same time, it's always something that you have to think of in the back of your mind. Did they maybe go underwater? Is there a guy coming on my flank from the water? You always have to be thinking of that. And I also feel that the actual gunfights under the water, they seem to play out great. I was really worried that it would feel clunky or just really weird, and it doesn't. It actually feels really natural. The animations don't look too ridiculous. The animations actually look pretty good considering. Like if you're swimming backwards, you actually like are backstroking with your gun up and you're shooting and stuff. It looks pretty cool, and I'm really excited about that. So those are all the things that I could just think of off the top of my head. I'm sure I missed a bunch of things that I really love about the game. My overall thoughts and opinions so far on the game are, it's amazing. I love it. I'm very excited for the full game to be released. I was a little bit nervous before the beta that the beta would basically burn me out on the game before it even comes out. I'm nowhere near that point of being burnt out. And like I said, I've put a ton of time into this game already. And it just gets me more and more excited for the full game. So those are all positive things. I know it might sound like I'm just some kind of an Activision puppet with this video. Don't worry, for all you skeptical people out there, my critical commentary is coming later today, most likely later today. It could be tomorrow. I don't know what the schedule is going to be like, but it is coming soon. And you skeptics out there, you can hear all the negative stuff as well, because there is a decent list of negative stuff that I feel needs to be changed. So I want to know what you guys think about Black Ops 3 so far. What do you love about the game? Is there something that I said that I love about the game that you personally hate about the game? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm totally open to any sort of criticism, as long as it's constructive and framed in a respectful sort of way. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.